Good morning, tribe. How you doing this morning? This is going to be a real quick drop, just my 2 cents on this week's gag order. You know, I reviewed T.S. Madison's earlier in the week, and I had to wait to do this gag order review because I had to wait to find it. I think she streams it on Facebook, but I don't really, I don't watch her or T.S. Madison show on Facebook, so I just wait for it to hit YouTube. And when it first hit YouTube, it was the after show, and then it was like the sound check, I guess. So I had to like make sure I had the actual real episode or the real, So anyway, this week's review, I guess we couldn't get 3 strikes in a row and get a turkey, because the last 2 episodes, y'all know I was praising it and I thought it was really great. This week's episode, not so much. And again, I try not to be petty about production issues if I can still enjoy the show. I do the same thing with Chasing Atlanta. I do the same thing with T.S. Madison. That I understand it's a live show, but there's certain things that if it disrupts so much to the point where I no longer can enjoy what I'm looking at, then it becomes an issue. So my first issue with the episode this week was the first 20 minutes was not even the show. And I don't know if I saw an unedited version and she's re-uploaded it or whatever, but the first 20 minutes is like her doing sound check and talking to people off camera, and they're talking about what topics they're going to talk about. You know what I mean? So it was like the prep. And I don't know if she meant to leave that in or just didn't give a fuck, because y'all know Kai don't give a fuck. So I don't know what that was about, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that you weren't even talking into the screen. You were talking off camera. You were talking to everybody else. Y'all were talking about getting the phone situation straight. It was the prep. And I don't know if she meant to leave that in. But anyway, so then we get to the actual episode, and of course the roast and gag is going to be the roast and gag. Once again, I didn't agree with a lot of what she had to say, but I'm not looking at her to agree with her. I'm looking at her to be entertained. And so the roast and gag part of it, it was what it was. It was Kaya. It was what it was. But then you had people calling in who, and she can't control the people who call in. I get that. But that is an element that if you choose to put that in your show, if you choose to include that, I was talking to someone the other day about doing lives, and the people who do lives and have people who call in, you can't control what somebody's going to say when you do a call in. And so there were, like this one guy called in and he had his music playing, and all he was talking about was my neck, my back, I love you, my neck, my back. And she ended up hanging up on him, but it was just like, how you know what I mean? And then somebody else called and they act like they were so caught up in the phone call that they couldn't really get anything else out. So that was like 2 wasted calls. And she said she wasn't even going to do phone calls, but then she ended up doing call-ins. So again, I don't know why she changed her mind about that. And once again, we got the phone ringing and don't nobody know how to. And I understand that people are paying a lot of money for these tickets to be in the room when she does her show. I get that. But I've said it in the past, and I'll continue to say, that doesn't give you the right to interrupt the show. I said the same thing about T.S. Madison this week with her jury. Be in the room. Be a part of what Kaya and T.S. would like you to be a part of. But other than that, just sit back and enjoy the fucking show. So I didn't enjoy this week's episode. Like I said, I didn't enjoy it as much as the last 2 weeks. Or really, I think it's been like maybe the last 3 weeks I've enjoyed the show. But I didn't enjoy it. And I know that the Kaya people gonna get on me and give me all kinds of hate, and that is what it is. I don't care. But I don't have to be honest. I praised her when it was good, so I'm going to criticize her when it's bad. Same thing with T.S. Madison. When it's good, I praise her. When it's bad, I criticize her. Same thing with Chasing Atlanta, which I'm about to drop later on today. It is what it is, but remember, it's just my 2 cents. You ain't got to agree. Everybody have a great day. Peace.